Hello, how are you? Wherever you're watching me from, this is Wawelu Mwangi One Show, and we are saying that every day is another opportunity, another chance to try what fails to work yesterday on and to deal with the daily challenges. And when we talk about this, we talk about education really helps someone to make informed choices because when you are in school, you are in a position to get knowledge, and knowledge helps you to get skills to handle different situations that comes your way. To be specific, I'm in Maseno University, and in Maseno University they say that it's fountain of excellence, and when you excel not only in education but also in other fields. Today I have a guest, a visitor. He's a student in Maseno University. He's going to tell us which course he's doing, and as well as he's a border rider. So we want to get from him how, as a youth, he is in a position to balance between education and work. So stay tuned, and one-on-one interview. I head to my interviewee. Yes, good morning, bro.
Good morning.
Yes, how are you?
I'm very much okay.
You look happy. No, maybe it's a fine morning.
It's a fine morning.
Uh-huh.
I can say that today is quite a good day for me. Yeah.
So you are saying that today is another opportunity, another day to try something that to ensure that today counts.
Exactly. Today is another day. As they say in Swahili, jua litachomoza na tutajaribu tena.
Jua litachomoza na tutajaribu sana. Very interesting. So kila kuchao labda unaamka na nguvu mpya, ukijua hata kama jana haikuenda vizuri, leo ni siku ingine ambapo tunaanza na nguvu mpya kabisa.
It's another day that we wait for it, and then we strike again at sunrise. Hata kama jana haikufaulu, we say that today is another day to give it a try.
Exactly. So Victor, you are a student. Maybe tell us how you are a student and which course you are doing.
Okay, as you've been told, my name is Victor Ikobe. I'm a communication and media student, and all I can say is that for me, doing a business at the same time taking classes, it's quite a hard task for me, but then I'm trying as much as I can to balance between the classwork and work.
Now that's come to exactly my question is, how do you balance between work and class? You know very well, you have to balance to ensure that when education fails, then you fail. So how are you balancing to ensure that education and work balance?
In as much as it is a hard thing to do, when it comes to money, at times you may be tempted to miss classes, but then what I do, I usually look at my timetable. I see whether it's on Monday I have 2 classes. I'll ensure that when I'm done with my classes, that is when I'll go and find something small through my business. Yeah.
You have said something very, very important about planning. They say that when you plan, yes, you plan to succeed, and when you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Yeah. So, in as much as it is quite a hard task, I'm trying to ensure that my work doesn't interfere with my class time. So, I'll try in as much as that if I have a class in the morning, I'll ensure that I'll go to class first, and when I'm done, that is when I'll join later in the evening. So I don't take it as a full-time job. It is a part-time job, which is supposed to give me something to keep me going.
Yeah, exactly. And knowing very well that actually we are living in a very difficult times, and it's only planning and how you manage your time that help you to be able to cope with the situation. So maybe when we talk about you are a youth, by the way, and most of your target audience are the youth.
Exactly. Most of our target audience are the youth.
Your target customers.
Yeah, the target customers are the youth because we are in a university, and majority of the people here are the youth. So in as much as we are engaging, we are also kind of interacting with different peoples. Not everybody will excel in education, and in as much as that it is a job that is quite demeaning to many people. Many people tend to think that when you are a boda rider, you may be not educated, but then as much as I can say that many people who are doing boda right now today, most of them are graduates who have degrees, but then they have taken upon themselves to venture into business and get something out of these venture that is giving people. It's paying well, by the way, because I know of my friends who are paying fee through this thing and rent at the same time. So it is something which I can encourage someone to venture into.
So, Victor, according to maybe how we have said that boda boda is a good job, it can, as long as you are able to plan well, then you'll be able to succeed being a student as well as working. Yeah. So maybe when you deal with the youth, a majority of them are the youth. So maybe do you find yourself, what's the problem the youth are facing? Are we youth heading to the right direction, or we need to adjust to make sure that future is luminous? And what are the challenges that youth are facing in a greater way?
In as much as I can say that, in the first place, I've said that many people tend to think that they are demeaning to jobs. They usually see something, an opportunity, but then they cannot grab it simply because of what? That feeling that this kind of job ain't for me, because he's a university graduate, or is educated, or maybe trying to show he's in a certain class. But then when it comes to these economic times, I tend to say that class doesn't really matter. What matters is what you get into the pocket. If you find that boda is giving you something, just go for it. If you tend to think that education is giving you something, just go for it. But then don't put all your eggs in one basket, because in as much as you are saying that you put all your eggs in one basket, now you are studied very hard, no job opportunities. It is a high time that you have to create your own opportunity, because not everyone you will be successful through education. And that's why I can urge the youth so that they do not demean any kind of job, be it ni mjengo or any other work. So long as it's paying, usijali watakayosema wenzako.
Unasema kuwa bora tu ni hustle, na ikuwe ni hustle safi.
Yeah.
Kwa kuwa baada ya siku kile ambacho kipato ambacho utaweza kukipata hakitaweza kuandikwa labda ulifanya kazi ya mjengo, wewe ni mwana boda boda. Pesa ni pesa tu.
Unajua kuna maringo sana watu wanakuwa nayo, but then at the end of the day many people, there is this narrative in the university, unaona watu wanasema kuinama, not because they don't have opportunities. They have opportunities, but then they are in certain positions, maybe peer pressure, and others have ventured into drugs, so they are making them see some things to be quite demeaning, so that is why they don't venture into them.
Victor, you have just said about drugs, and when you talk about drugs, ile mihadarati inaguzia sana wale ambao ni youth. So labda wakati saa zile una engage na kazi ya wanabodaboda, labda kuna wale vijana ambao unaona wamekuwa walaguzi sana wa madawa na inawa affect zaidi.
Yeah, exactly, because in this business you get to interact with different people, and you find that most of the time someone is calling you late at night to go and pick him. When you go, you find that he's dead, drunk, and you see this is a two-wheeled thing, and carrying someone who is drunk at some point it's challenging. You have to look for someone else to get hold of him, And you find that this guy is a very young student, and he won't be able to go to class in the first place because he's drunk. When he wakes up in the morning, he'll be having hangovers. So it is quite a challenge, because you see, even the little money they get, it is directed into drugs. So you find it quite a challenge. And also in our business, it's affecting us also, because it can lead to several things happening. Because if you carry someone who's drunk, he or she might lead you into an accident, because they are not sober, they can be shaky, and so it is quite a challenge also. Yeah.
So, as youth, let education not only to empower us to get skills, to get a first class, to score an A. It's all about making choices, making informed choices, being creative. You know that this is that when 1 minute or 2 seconds is lost, it can be very hard to recover that time. So let's use our time well to ensure that every minute count. So maybe Victor, hii najua ni kazi ngumu, labda baada ya siku majioni imefika, unasikia umechoka, sawa, unafanyaje ndio kuhakikisha siku ambayo inakuja unaanza na nguvu mpya?
You see, okay, by the way, there is no simple job. No pain, no gain. Every job has its own challenges, and most of the time, when I go to my room, maybe having classes and then going for work also, it is quite tiresome. So at times, I sleep early, wake up early, and then one thing that motivates me is that it's a new day, it's a new dawn, new beginnings, and then we strike again at sunrise, so that I can see that maybe today what is in store for me. I have to balance my time well, and you see, being that it is quite tiresome, I usually have my own time that I have allocated myself, that this is my time, that at this time I'm already asleep, so that it can't affect my following day. Yeah, so it is quite tiresome, but then we try as much as we can to ensure that we balance between the two, so that I don't find my other lifestyle colliding with the education thing, or my time with my friends. Also, with there's time for everything. Time and seasons happens for us all. It all depends on how you balance between the two. So when you balance the time you have with friends, the time for class, and so you have to ensure that you calculate well. But then at times it happens that we don't follow the schedule, but then that is once in a while. But then most of the time we try to ensure that everything is in place.
So maybe Victor, you are concluding remarks.
Okay, my concluding remarks, I can say that youths, if at all you find an opportunity anywhere, and that opportunity is, you feel that it is something legal to you, it doesn't matter what your friends have to say about it. If you feel that the thing you are doing is right, and that thing you are doing, in one way or the other, it is helping you, not only financially, it can be impacting skills to you. It can, at the same time, it can be giving you something small. As so long as it has a positive impact to you, just go for it. It doesn't matter what people say about it. It doesn't matter, so long as you feel that whatever you are doing is right, just go for it.
Yeah, that's Victor. And Victor, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
According to Victor, he has said that as youth, we need to be responsible. Being creative is all we can do for now, and let's use the little knowledge that we have to ensure that each day count. And when tomorrow, when you ask a question, what did you do yesterday, when you had all the chance and all the opportunity with you, then you'll be able to show, when I was young, when I had the energy, when I had the time, I made sure that I did this and this, something tangible that you can that you can show and people can see. So as youth, let's be responsible, use the knowledge that you have to build yourself, to make informed choices, to think critically and being creative, because nowadays as youth there's job problem everywhere, unemployment. So it's upon us to be responsible, up our game, be equal to the task, and tomorrow will be promising. And before we conclude, I want Victor to just take me for a ride so that I can see that he's equal to the task.
We are ready to go.
Yeah. So this is Victor, just taking me around. He's so Victor is going just. This is Maseno Road, and this is his job.